Today I'm going to show you how to use word prediction accessibility supports through the Co-Writer software on OSAS state tests. When students log into their laptop, the first thing that they'll need to do is use the Spotlight search to find the Co-Writer program. Once they see it, they can double click on the icon and it will load it into the doc. From here, students will see a dialog box and all they need to do is click OK. Now they will log into the secure browser. And during a typical test, they would want to see this navy blue box where they would log in with their name and their SSID number. Since we're not students and we're just doing a training video, we're going to go to the sample site. This is a great resource for students so they can practice with all of the accessibility supports they might have access to on the test. Again, since we're not a student and we don't have a session that we're joining, we'll leave these toggles on so that way we can just begin a test. From here, I will choose the grade of the student that I'm pretending to be. So I'll choose 5th grade in this instance. And because we want to practice with the word prediction software, it's important that we choose a PT sample test where it includes a full write where the word prediction software might be used most frequently. So I'll click on 5th grade PT. Now because the word prediction software is not something that is embedded within the OSAS platform, we need to enable permissive mode, which if you scroll all the way down until you see embedded accommodations, we toggle this to on. Permissive mode allows the OSAS platform to interface with a third-party software, which in this case is Co-Writer. Once I have this toggled on, and assuming students don't need any other supports, I would click Select. This is the ELA portion of the state test, which always includes some audio, so students will have their own individual headphones and will need to do the audio playback check. Once the student has heard the voice, they should click I heard the sound. Then they can click Continue. From here, a student could review their test settings, making sure that all of the accessibility supports that they need are enabled, or they could view a help guide. For now, we'll just click Begin Test Now. The first problem on this sample test does not include any typed text. All we have here is a table that students will click their answer. So in this case, I'm not even going to read the question. I'm just going to click the possible answers and move on so we can get to the typed text. To move on, I click the next button. It prompts me that I've reached the end of a segment, and this just reminds me I won't be able to review it later, so I'll click Next. And it again warns me that I'm moving on past this segment. From here, you can see that I have the more full write performance task. So if I scroll down on the right-hand side of the problem, or the prompt, I would be able to start typing in this box. To enable Co-Writer in the doc, I want to click on Co-Writer and it will show me this text box here. We want to make sure that we don't close this at any time, but the good thing is that you can move it around if it's ever in your way. So from here, I could do a simple test where I want to ask, is this working?
Is.
And let's say I'm not sure about the word this. So I type TH and I can see up above all of the possible answers. What you just noticed is if I hover over one of the words, Co-Writer will read it aloud.
The, that, this.
This is the word I want. So I have two options. I can click on the word. The other option is if I see that I want the word working, I can simply type 7, which is the number that corresponded. Now, Co-Writer won't do any of the punctuation that the student needs. They need to fill that in on their own.
Is this working?
And as you can see there, as soon as I type a full sentence, Co-Writer will read it aloud one time so the student can hear what they've typed. Thanks for watching the video.